I'm Shay Russell from mining.com.au and I'm coming to you once again from the Resources Rising Stars Conference here on the Gold Coast. Standing next to me is Ivan Fairhall, the Managing Director of Pivotal Metals. Ivan, how are you today?
Shay, I'm great. It's great to be here.
It's great to see you again. Now, Ivan, you and I speak quite frequently. You put out a lot of announcements lately. Tell me, are there any more on the way?
Well, you've obviously been paying attention. We do put out quite a lot of news. We've had a lot going on and we promise regular news flow. So yes, I think you can look forward to more results from the Horden Lake Project. You know, we've been drilling, putting out those assay results. We've demonstrated the real potential in the asset for it to grow along strike, down plunge, metals that hadn't previously been assayed before that we're showing the value in the resource. So you can expect more from that program, delivering those types of messages. And yeah, investors will have to just keep an eye out because there's lots coming.
Now, just to put some hard numbers to this, last time we spoke, you're about halfway through your drill program. Obviously, there's going to be some news coming out over the next couple of months. How many more drill holes can we expect to hear from?
So I think there's about 13 holes still to be released. So lots of news. There's a whole part of the deposit in the north that we haven't released any results from. So that's the first drilling that's been done there for 40 years. And you remember back when they drilled it before, they never assayed for anything other than copper and nickel. And we know elsewhere on the deposit there's significant value in those other metals. So really exciting to get assays from the full suite of metals. And it's an area that's been drilled the shallowest of anywhere on the project. So the potential there to show that the system extends, additional information to bulk out that resource, which is clearly growing quite strongly. That's exciting things to be taking a look out for.
You've come up to Resources Rising Stars to engage with investors. Tell me, what are some of the most common questions that you're getting?
It is great to be here catching up with existing investors, people who are following the story, also the financial community. And look, everyone's keen to understand how the growth potential and how we're going to unlock the value in the project. It's obviously extremely well valued relative to the size of the resource that we have defined there. So the value in the company is underpinned really by actual metal that's been defined, and this is not a speculative exploration story. How are we going to unlock that value? Demonstrating the path to growth, demonstrating the ability to realise an economic return on that. That's how you demonstrate the value in these assets. So that's been a big topic of conversation. And look, everyone's always keen to talk about copper as well. I've been watching a number of the presentations. There's lots of people here exploring for copper, and every single one of them is laying out a really exciting and almost irrefutable story around supply and demand imbalance, and that's what's bringing people to these companies. They can see the very cheap equity valuations versus one of the most compelling macro setups for a metal ever. Those two things are a really exciting kind of way to play the market.
Well, that's one of the things with Horden Lake. Horden Lake's basically started out, as you said, as a copper story, but it's also got sprinklings of other metals in there. So it's gone from being a copper story to a polymetallic story.
That's right. There's a few other metals. It's primary copper, so that's the real economic driver of the project. But as we add these other metals that have previously been overlooked for, you think of them as just adding value. You know, the project, you want to find a project that works on copper and nickel, and then you add those things on top and make it just really adds to the cash flow. So look, you add it all together and we've got a really exciting story. It's growing and it's in one of the best jurisdictions in the world. The place was absolutely full this morning at 9 o'clock this morning. First story out of the gate was Patriot Lithium. They're a big, well-known story, and they've got some of the biggest proponents of Québec because it's such a high-quality jurisdiction. Billions of dollars have flowed into Québec. And market value that has been created in Quebec because it is one of the world's best mining jurisdictions.
Listen, thank you so much for being here today. I love hearing more about the Pivotal Metals story. It just goes from strength to strength. Can't wait to see what comes next.
Thanks, Jay. Always good to catch up.